Project-based learning tries to have students learn that process of what to do with information, how to think critically, how to apply it, how to solve a problem, how to connect it to what adults do in the world.
Well, I like that it's all hands-on and you're not just always sitting at a desk working on paper. You actually get to communicate with the class and work together and really focus on the world.
You know, when I was in middle school and everything was just lecture by lecture by lecture, social studies class, it was just all PowerPoints. And then science class, it was all PowerPoints. And then math class, same thing. And then we come here to Big Picture, right? And then in social studies class, they're like, oh, make a video and do this. And these are the guidelines. You guys have a week to work with it in class. Pick your group and do it. And then we just have to follow those guidelines.
So project-based learning is an awesome way of teaching students how to display their work and how to talk with teachers, because when I was in elementary school, all we had to do was PowerPoints and trifolds, and I got bored of that. Once it came to project-based learning, projects were what we had to display all our information on.
I feel like this school allows me to be able to do what I want, what interests me, and it's awesome.
In other schools, you'd think, how is this going to help me when I'm in 10 years? How is this going to affect my life positively? And with project-based learning, you're able to do that. And everything that you do, you can see it lead up to a bigger project, no matter how little the assignment is. And it's all clicking together.
My firm is an architectural firm, and we had a student from the Big Picture School for 14 weeks last year. And very valuable experience, both I think for the student and for us in the office. Architecture is project-based, much like Big Picture School. So we had a series of small projects that he would work on.
Schools that I've been in the past, we haven't really been doing anything that makes us learn stuff. We just had a book and we would just read. The teacher would just have a long, boring lecture, and then I just sit down and sometimes I'd fall asleep. But that in this school, we're engaging our minds with making projects, and I had 8 projects already, and it's really fun to work with partners, and yeah.
It's better than just reading from a textbook, taking notes, and then taking a test. You're actually involved with your learning. You understand how it affected things.
Our projects have taken the knowledge the kids are learning, for example, about cells, and we've expanded out into the real world. We've had guest speakers come in and talk about how cancer affects our cells. We've taken kids on tours of actual science laboratories. We encourage the kids to research about real things happening in the real world and how science is interrelated with that. And it really promotes the learning in science.
I tend to work better with projects than just lectures and busy work, so I think it's very useful and it's helped me a lot to understand subjects.
With a project, you actually get to use your creativity and make a project based around what you like to do, whether you want to make a rap about the body parts or you just want to make a puppet show around the story you made for your essay. So yeah,
they're learning all the things they need to know from a state and standards perspective, but they don't even realize it because they're working in small groups and they're exploring ideas that they came up with on their own.
I really enjoy project-based learning, and I think it helps me grow and think about things more in depth. We
get the liberty to choose what we want to do instead of the teachers just saying, 5-page essay. They could tell you, you guys can make a video, you guys can do a PowerPoint, you guys can make a skit, a debate, or you guys could do the 5-page essay if that's what works for you. So I like it, the project-based learning.